This Valentine's Day, fill your home with a little more than just love. Add something extra sweet to your space with a Valentine-themed DIY. My first guest is here to share all the details of the loveliest bow and arrow decor. Celeste Whitney joins me with the standout project. Welcome back, Celeste.
Thanks.
So good to be with you today. Now, this is so gorgeous and just kind of this vintage romance feel going on.
I just wanted something different than, I mean, I love the hearts and pinks and reds and everything, but I just wanted something different.
Yeah, what inspired this idea?
Well, I'm the girl that when I watch Jurassic World, I'm like, ooh, let's buy a dinosaur bone. You know what I mean? I want like the relics. So this just seemed like a fun, take on Cupid's arrows.
It's darling.
So he stopped at our house.
So we're gonna make this whole thing from scratch?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to talk through the details and then we're gonna go over to what we need and everything because look at everything that goes into it. Okay, what is this thing called, this pouch?
So I started, it's the quiver.
Okay, the quiver,
the arrows and the quiver. I didn't do the bow. I didn't necessarily want like kids to actually want to play with it or shoot anything.
This is more decor, but we've got our like strap back here.
Yeah, we made like a little macrame strap, fabric.
And we're gonna do our bow right here.
Yes.
Okay.
All of the textures,
Look,
I just thought of what would Cupid use? What's the romantic, furs and satins and like lace, I don't know, all the different textures.
So we're gonna look at the textures in a minute. What do we need to get started on this one?
So I wanted it to be able to stand. Sometimes they don't stand like a real one, but I wanted it to be able to stand. So I started with Pringles, right?
So smart.
And this is cardboard, but I washed it out and it works just fine. So I took some cardboard or some Pringles, I squished it flat, and then I just cut it at an angle.
We've all got one of these boxes at home, don't we?
Yeah, I didn't want it just to be straight, so cut it. And then I went to the fabric store and I just got, a quarter of a yard of whatever I thought was cute.
Well, I love the mixture of textures that you have because we've got silk. What's the gold one called?
I don't know. I have no idea, but it was gold.
I don't want to say organza, but it's like more textury, right?
Yeah.
You've got the textures, the fabric different, and then this one's got some really good texture to it.
Well, because it kind of has to be sort of hardy.
Yeah.
If it's like a bow and arrow staff, I don't know.
It does. I love that. And then we've got the cutest
burlap, and these are just from the yarn aisle.
Okay.
And it's great, right?
I love the mixture of it. That really makes it just so special.
And the one that I used for the base, which is kind of like a shiny burlap.
Yeah,
it's kind of see-through. So
we're gonna find that all at just the fabric store.
Just the fabric store, any fabric store, or your basement, whatever.
Okay. Yes, exactly. Okay. So kind of see-through. So what are we doing?
So I first just covered it with paper.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then look what I did is I just folded it, and then it's perfect. Isn't that so easy?
That feels like magic. That's so easy, it's magic, right?
And now you can't see any of the red. I mean, actually, I didn't do that great on this one. But then I did the same thing with the outside.
Okay.
I just hot glued it. And then I wanted to add some leather to the top. So I just got a page of, this is just faux leather, and it's just like a sheet of paper from also the craft store.
Okay.
I wanted to do like a template of some weird design on it. And at the end of the day, what I found worked the best was just a couple of these, like a leaf shape.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Or since we're close to Super Bowl, it's almost like a football.
Yeah,
there we go, right?
A little football with
a little
some
leaf shape.
And then look how perfect it just,
so we could probably just hand, right, draw that one.
And that way it didn't need to like actually be the right, there was no math involved. I just measured right here and then folded it over. And then it kind of looked good.
And you did that on both
too.
sides. Because you can see the detail on here.
Yeah.
That we've got it on both sides.
The little football kind of folds over and it's just so cute.
So the order that we're going is paper first, then our beautiful burlap, and then are we doing this fluffy string
and then or does that go
first?
I like things that are pretty, but I like them even better if they serve a purpose.
Yeah.
So then it can kind of cover up your raw edge.
Oh.
And it looks nice.
Yeah.
And then I found some buttons that were pretty and sparkly, And then this inside, I literally just shoved in almost like tissue paper in a gift.
But it doesn't have a raw edge, so did you fold it? Show me.
I just folded it.
Okay, here, can I take this out?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at.
Yeah, take it out.
Let me make a mess of the beautiful things that you just did.
No, that's good. I just folded
because I'm just one who needs the actual like every step visual.
I accordion folded it like this so that it would have like
folded it in half. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I just folded it so that there. Yeah, you said there's no raw edge.
Okay,
which
can I try that
could have
real
been
quick?
fine.
Let's just see.
Of course.
But sometimes people just make it look really easy, and if you have just someone who doesn't do this every day, let's just see.
And then I just bunched it. Okay.
Okay.
And then when you put it in, that way it'll hold your arrows wherever you want to place them. So if you want to fan them out a little bit, they won't just be like, you know, if you want to tip it down, they can still look cute.
Oh, darling. Okay. Yeah. Right? So
so exactly.
I kind of look like a scrunchie. Yeah.
So
you remember our scrunchie days, right? I love that.
And then it gives it a little bit of pink. That's where I added some color.
Yeah, that's really cute.
And then let's talk about the arrow real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Are you going to make this for us?
Yes. Let me show you how to make the cute arrow because I loved it. I stained, these were actually skewers from the dollar store.
Oh.
But like the long ones, and I cut them in half.
So smart. So
really
creative.
easy because I kind of wanted them to be skinny. I don't know.
We love the dollar store.
And I stained them a little because these are old, right? Yeah. He's been around since Cleopatra or whatever. So
a little stain.
A little bit of stain, and not like a smelly, sticky kind, just a water-based one that you would get from the craft paint aisle.
Okay.
Okay. And then I did a little printable for the arrows. And let me explain how that works.
Okay, yes, please do.
I made them real close together, so if you put them on some paper, I just did some gold paper, then you'll get a lot out of it. And my trick with stencils like this, especially small ones, is put a little hot glue, you know, hold it up to the light, put a little hot glue where you're not gonna be cutting so that it'll stay perfectly.
Oh, and it's not gonna move around.
No, it's not gonna move around, it's perfect. So then I did it on a line, so if you just take a pencil or a pen and just draw a line right there, kind of hard, it'll make a perfect score in the paper so you can fold it.
Oh, and makes the folding so easy. And then we've got our cute little arrow. So then it's just folded, and then I even take it one step further and fold it once in the middle. You just fold it to the middle to give it a little pop. Oh.
So you can see that there's like a little texture to it.
Okay, because if I take one of these, then I can easily just put that right in the center.
Glue that right in there. Okay. And then the last is the back, the feathers.
Yes.
If you look at it from the back, it's just 3, okay? So you just try to do thirds. And again, with the pretty but functional, I used the same yarn.
Matches perfectly.
I'm trying to go fast so that I can tell you all of it. So I did 3 strips of that.
Okay, just hot glue gun.
Hot glue.
Beautiful.
And the reason this is functional is because these little feathers that I cut out of the gold, which you could use feathers, but I thought it was fun to use the gold fabric. They're so flimsy that they wouldn't really hot glue great on their own. Okay. You kind of need something to make them sturdy. So I do a bead of hot glue, and then I put it in there, and then with the feather, or with the fluff, I just use that to fold it around.
It like holds it in place.
It holds it in place. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, yep.
So it's pretty.
You can totally see.
But it's functional, and then it hides all the glue.
Yes.
And it protects your fingers. Now they don't get hot, so it just squishes around there.
Okay, so smart. And this printable, I mean, in true Celeste fashion, we'll be able to get this, right?
Yes, I did a couple other printables of, you know, Cupid to go near it, or the list of like romantic names. You can fill in your own. I did some of my own. His checklist, his to-do, like, you know.
I love it. Just all the extra details, even just the flower in front. These printables, you make it so easy for us.
It's a cute little vignette.
I love your inspiration.
Cupid.
Thank you. Okay, and where can we find printables and find more from you?
The printables I have just on your site.
Okay, perfect.
And then you can go to 7 Loops on Instagram, at 7 Loops.
Okay, so thank you so much, Celeste. We're loving it. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.